Today I'm looking at this. This is the Google Pixel 10 Pro XL, the Gemini phone. It's the state-of-the-art flagship from Google, who are the creators of Android. It's the showcase for Google's vision of pure Android, which is an AI-first device. It's packed with Gemini AI for future-ready performance. It has a nice polished aluminium frame, Gorilla Glass Victus 2 for durability. It is IP68 water and dust resistant, and it is a premium build quality. So let's take a look and see what makes this phone a must-see for 2025.
Great display, excellent cameras, the latest software and powerful AI solutions. It's truly everything you might want in a 2025 flagship smartphone.
Just looking a little bit at the build of the phone, it's 232 grams, it feels solid, feels premium in the hand. As I mentioned, it's got Gorilla Glass Victus 2 both on the front and the back, and it has a textured matte finish on the back, which is quite nice, stops fingerprints. Unfortunately, the sides being polished, they do pick up fingerprints. It's got a large 6.8-inch OLED display and slim symmetrical bezels all the way around. If we look at the button placement on the left hand side, at the top we have the power button with the volume rocker underneath. Google are pretty much the only phone manufacturer that does this. Nearly every other phone I come across is the other way around. Power button at the bottom, volume rocker at the top. I guess they want to be different. Personally, I find it a little bit annoying because I find that where your thumb naturally falls, which is where you'd want the power button to be, is the volume rocker. Now, I guess if you've got really big hands, that might be great for you, but for me, not so great. Going to the bottom, we have the USB-C jack on the bottom with two speakers either side of it. On the left-hand side, there's nothing, it's plain. And on the top, we have the SIM tray. That's here outside America. I believe in America they've now got rid of this, which I would imagine might be a bit annoying. It's got a microphone jack as well. It's got nice clean corners, and they've got a nice curve on them, which means it's comfortable to hold in the hands. It's got a minimal camera bump, but I do like the way they place it at the top, and it goes the full width of the device. It means that when we place it down on a table, maybe you're going to be replying to a text or typing an email or something like that, there's no wobble. This phone is nice and solid on the flat surface. I like that. It's a simple device, simple design, and it works well. It's the iconic Pixel design now because this is the second year they've followed this same design. And as we've mentioned, it's IP68 dust and water resistant, so it should handle most real life situations.
Okay. Oh, I see. I'm just testing it. It works fine in the water. Nice bright screen, and look, it still works even when it's wet. See you later.
As I've already alluded, Gemini AI Core for the user experience, both voice, camera, search, does live translation, advanced call screening, voice to text conversion. You have AI photo editing such as magic eraser, context aware suggestions. The AI will help you if you're writing, if you're putting together an email, or if you're writing a text message to someone, you can use AI to help you with that. I have to say it's not something I've particularly used myself, but this is part of the Google Assistant evolution into Gemini. So why does this matter? Well, one of the advantages of the Google is it's truly on-device AI. There's less cloud reliance. They still use the cloud for certain things, but a lot of it now is built into the phone, and it's Google showing off Gemini's cutting edge so that other manufacturers who might be tempted to buy Google for their own, to buy Gemini for their own devices, can see what it works like on a proper, well-designed phone. The battery inside it is 5,200 milliamp hours, and that provides all-day, day-to-day heavy use. I generally put my phone on a charger overnight, a wireless charger, and it will trickle charge it, and then I'll take it off the phone about 6 AM in the morning, and it will stay off the charger probably for most of the day, depending on what I'm doing, but most of the day it'll be off the charger. And if I get back in the evening at about 6, 7 PM, it's usually still got about 50%. If I'm going out later in the evening, I might put it on charge for 15 minutes before I do while I have a shower, but generally I don't even need to do that. If I go to bed at about 10 o'clock, I've usually got at least 35–40% left. So in real life use, I find it is genuinely an all-day phone. It supports 45 watt wired charging, the charger is sold separately. It also supports 25 watt Qi 2 certified wireless charging. And one of the great advantages, I think, of the Pixel phones this year is they have the built-in magnets. So it will magnetically attach to a charger or a stand. And I think that is a very good advance for Android phones. It has adaptive charging and battery health tools are built in, so it should look after your battery for a good length of time. And in real world usage, as I've said, with plenty of screen on time, browsing the internet, emails, WhatsApp, the occasional game. I'm not a huge gamer, I'll be honest. I easily get a full day's performance out of it, and often into the second day. The battery performance, I believe, has been optimized for AI workloads. The processor inside it, the system on a chip, is the Tensor G5 chip. It's partnered with a Titan M2 security coprocessor. The phones have 16 gigabytes of RAM and up to 1 terabyte of fast UFS 4.1 storage. My particular device has got 512 gigabytes. It's got plenty of AI compute power and it provides very smooth scrolling and multitasking. It does 1 to 120 Hz refresh rate, which means a nice buttery smooth display.
Okay, so let's have a quick look at the user interface on the Google Pixel 10 Pro XL. So nice bright sharp screen. We swipe down from the top and we get our notifications and some quick settings, and if we swipe down again we get more quick settings. We are able to modify these quick settings. We can change the size, we can add more items, we can remove items, we can edit the tiles. We also then have access to the settings screen. We can go into here, and this uses Google's material-free expressive in Android 16. So it gives quite a nice, bright, clear screen, easy to understand all the different settings we can get into. So we have network and internet, connected devices like Bluetooth pairing, etc. We can go into the apps screen and look at all the different apps, and we can decide what the default apps are. We've got notification settings, so we can decide what apps can give, or that shows most recent apps, the history. Notification history, we've got conversations, we can do notification summary. So this is new, this has only just been installed today, so I haven't actually looked at this before. So this will switch on and this will summarize certain apps. So at the moment there's nothing in there, so we might just say all apps. And so it looks like it's only going to summarize messaging apps, and it will only summarize the ones we select. So I don't think I want messages summarized. Phone I'm not so sure about either, but I think Facebook, Messenger and WhatsApp, those are ones I wouldn't mind having summarized. So I'll switch those on, see how that works. Various other settings under notifications. We've got sound and vibration. You can adjust each part of the phone for the volume you want. So we can adjust the media volume, for example, separately to the call volume, ring volume, etc. Modes. There are various modes. They come with 2 or 3 pre-configured, and you can add your own if you like. Display and touch. So the brightness level can be adjusted. It's at 74%. As you can see, when I switch it up, it's very bright. So I'm going to leave it on that. And I'm going to turn off adaptive brightness. That helps a bit when we're doing a video. It makes the screen easier to see. Wallpaper and style. We can put on different wallpaper styles. And this is a new thing as well. Try Wicked. So you've got to sign in to use the themes. Oh, I see. So for good, Glinda, Elphaba, any more? Oh, I see, for good, Glinda. Okay, I guess you've got to be into Wicked, which I'm not particularly, so I'm not going to do that. You can change your wallpapers. There are all sorts of collections and things, community, curated pictures, textures, etc. I've actually used live wallpapers as well. Summary of the storage, I've got 512 gigabytes in this device and it's using 35% of that, so I've got 334 gigabytes free. Backup or copy data, battery use, so 100%, so it's good until 5:45 AM tomorrow morning apparently. System, and this is where you can do check for language, regions, software updates, make sure your device is up to date. Mine should be, so I will check for an update. Yep, up to date. So let's go back out of there. Keyboard, you can choose your keyboards, spell checkers. We have navigation mode. I prefer gesture navigation. If you prefer the old 3-button navigation, you can choose that. And then you've got live translate on, so it will translate as it hears other languages into English on my phone. Software updates, various rules you can set, not something I've done, and so on. So nice clean interface. I haven't got anything on this side of the screen as it were, but if you swipe across, I've got the Google Discover feed on the left hand side, and it's nice and smooth and easy to scroll. Nice bright screen, easy to read indoor and outdoor. And that's about it. If I had a criticism of the user interface on the Pixel phones, generally I like it. It's clean, it's easy to use. I wish it would allow me to modify it just a little bit more. The Google search bar at the bottom, it would be nice either to remove that or put it in a different location if I wanted to. The same for the notification thing at the top here. I've got to switch on allow notifications. So it goes into my calendar if I click on the date. It goes into the weather if I click on the weather part of it. And it will also pop on the screen reminders if I've got an upcoming task or appointment. But you can't move that. It'd be nice to be able to move that somewhere else, or maybe put a larger one or something like that. It restricts the amount you can modify the device. I guess that is the idea behind the themes that they've now introduced, or they're introducing, but at the moment it's limited just that Wicked theme, which is a bit of a shame. They didn't provide more themes than that. And that is the Google Pixel 10 Pro XL, the UI for the device.
It's been designed for Android 16 and beyond, so it should be future-proof. It handles gaming, 8K video and heavy AI tasks. It's got Wi-Fi 7 built in and the latest Bluetooth. It gives fast wireless connections. On the rear we have a triple camera setup. We have a 50 megapixel wide, we have a 48 megapixel ultra-wide camera and a 48 megapixel telephoto camera. It does 5 times optical zoom and up to 100 times ProRes digital zoom. Distorted sometimes, but very good. How often you'll use it in real life? Well, only you can say that. All I can tell you is from my own experience, I have not used 100 times ProRes digital zoom very often, but I often use the 5 times optical zoom, and that works beautifully. It has advanced computational photography. You've got night sight, you've got super res zoom, as I've mentioned. On the front, we have a 42 megapixel dual PD selfie camera with autofocus. The device itself supports recording video at up to 8K at 24 and 30 frames per second and 4K at 60 frames per second. It has AI tools built in for the video recording, so you've got real tone, again magic eraser and things like cinematic blur. The Pixel 10 Pro XL in fact all the Pixel 10s, ships with Android 16 and Google's Pixel Launcher. Google's Pixel Launcher I like. It's simple and effective. Exclusive Gemini powered features such as AI summaries, it does website summaries, it can provide assistance with writing your own emails as I've mentioned, and it also has AI driven security as spam call detection and app suggestions. One of the beauties of a Google phone is you get regular updates straight from Google, and it's usually the first Android phone to get those updates. The phone has ultra-wide band and NFC for digital keys and tap to pay. It has on-device machine learning for privacy and speed, and it provides 7 years of software and security updates, the best in the industry alongside Samsung. So in summary, it's flagship hardware, it has stellar cameras and market-leading AI, it's premium build quality, has a vibrant display, fast charging and software updates. Gemini AI definitely gives practical daily advantages over some other phones. So why should you choose a Pixel 10 Pro XL? Well, smart looking phone, secure, adaptable, should last for years. It's a very nice phone. I think you'll like it if you buy it. My next review is going to be of this device. This is the TCL Nextpaper 60 Ultra. I thought the screen on the Pixel was large until I saw this one. And as you can see there, it's a big screen. This is 7.2 inches. It is an interesting phone. I'm also going to look at, after that, this phone. This is the Oppo Find X9 Pro. Again, a very nice state-of-the-art flagship phone. I think this may be the best phone of 2025. And if you'd like to see those reviews, please like and subscribe this video and hit the notification bells. I only release a video every few weeks, probably once a month on average, because I like to, as I say, buy the phones with my own money. I like to use them continuously for at least 1 month, so that I get a proper feel for what the phone is like to use before I start to talk about it. The Google Pixel 10 Pro XL is an extremely good phone, and I think if you've bought one of these, you'll not be disappointed. Thank you.